Hi there, welcome back to the Worry of Newport, or the Winter Wonderland. Yes, we're in a frozen forest, according to him. I see two books already. I'm going to go with this one first.
It is so
Wait,
overwhelming
what?
to look at him sitting there, eyes glassed over by worry. Why will he not listen to me like he used to? He is but a stranger now. His pen never ceases to stop writing formulas, theories, half-crafted ideas, and foolish, docile hopes. Oh, my fears are here proven the master of me once again. I can only dream and hope. Dream and lay back, feeling the warmth of the desert or the still peace of the Atlantic. Sit and dream that I'm truly not in this frozen wasteland they call Prussia, alone, save for a man whom I no longer recognize.
What? Since when does that happen? I was expecting to read, not listen. Pretty good though, pretty cool. I wonder if it works with this one as well.
The German winter is
What the hell?
at this hour. The wind outside howls and moans with an unnatural clarity, and I swear I can almost hear her voice, mingled within it. Tonight I will go outside and visit her grave again. I wonder if she can hear my voice over the howling wind.
Right, well, apparently that just happens now. He talks you through what you're reading. That's cool, I guess. Maybe the first couple of videos I had a bug or something, or I don't know. I'll go outside and visit her grave. Okay, if there's nothing left in this house, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go outside and find her grave. I can't see any more books, so yeah, let's go outside. And I guess I'll follow the path. It's just like a back garden. Bit of a change of scenery, though. Hang on a minute, what's that over there? Oh, is it a flower pot on the table? Yep. Alright, back onto the path. I've got to follow the path, really. And that is what the path leads to. I've seen this before. This is the grave. This is her grave.
When I left the swamp, I was glad. Despite it being an enormous area landlocked in Newport, I did not bother to explore. I took a route leading north, the shortest toward the pine forest.
Right, okay. Towards the pine forest. Yeah, I must be out of the swamp by now. Yep, I'm out of the swamp. Don't have the gun, unfortunately. I guess it was a one bullet only thing. There is a book, so here we go.
Gray and I spent the last few days visiting the cathedral, my family's, in Paris. He and father discussed in private for many hours while I waited outside with my sister Maria. She and I could tell when Gray emerged from the inner sanctum. He was pleased with whatever he had planned with father. Afterwards we roamed the countryside, taking in the Napoleonic ruins and the ancient villas and vineyards before retiring to cathedral for the night. Gray would not tell me what father and he discussed, but I can only assume it was partly due to the political shifts undermining the strain in France. Tension is growing diplomatically, but I do not bother myself with such formalities to fully understand.
Interesting. Okay. Let's continue down the path, following the torches. I was just thinking, is she actually French? I don't know. I'm not very good with accents, especially French accents. I mean, It was pretty convincing, but I'm not sure if that was genuine. But, you know, it's nice to hear voices. It really is. So, apparently I'm heading towards a forest. Which is good. I love forests. There's a bridge up ahead.
At that point I was reflective. How come life was so empty here, I thought. Why was it that despite such a mass extinction there were no bodies and very few creatures? It was as if life never existed on Newport, I fancied then.
He's got a point, you know. I think of it, well, I've seen it like a flock of birds. I've only seen one dead body. But everyone seems to have disappeared. That's quite odd. What's that up there? Ah, there's a cabin or a house right on top of that hill. Although, torches tell me to go this way, so maybe we're going the long way round. Some sort of farmland. All fenced off and everything.
That small alcove of the larger forest interested me in more than one way then. Firstly, the houses were isolated, connected by a mere crossroad, with only one pass leading down through the rest of the pines into Newport Colony. Why were these people granted isolation from the rest of Newport? The answer eluded me for the longest time, but now I know about the Newport hierarchy.
Right. So this is what he's talking about. There's a house over there. I can't get past those two barriers, though. There's a house down here. Is this where the hierarchy members lived? Looks like I can go inside here, so let's do that. There's a book on the table. Charter of Newport. This time, nobody's saying anything, probably due to the fact that most of it has burnt away. Let's see. The hierarchy exists to govern and rule free peoples of Newport after the retirement of Governor Sidney Weedon. The three rulers, the hierarchy and triumvirate of Newport, are Alan Marsh, Obed Cunningham, and Edgar Grey. Each of us has accepted a governmental term of 10 years, at the end of which a democratic re-election process will determine the new triumvirate. Something about the charter goes into effect January the 1st, 1930, and long live Haddad. That's something nice to end on. Brilliant. Anything else in here? There's a few more books I see, but I don't believe I'm going to be able to read them. No, I don't think I can. Maybe something around the back of the house?
When I left Marsh's house, I had the most peculiar vision.
Oh, here we go again.
Much stranger and more esoteric in suggestion than the last of the winter ones. I will tell you what it was, as I think it is relevant to you most of all. My memory of the jungle is as vast and clear as it was then.
Jungle?
Much more so than any others that have returned to me through your vile means. The memory is as clear to me now as it was then. I must have just awakened, the campfire still smouldering before my eyes. The sun was rising now, and the warmth of the jungle slowly began to return. I knew for a fact where I was, even when I first remembered it. South America.
I'm in South America, and I'm in a South American jungle. Well, I suppose this game has got to use all of Crysis' resources, so it sort of makes sense that I'm here. Let's read.
Words escaped me. Even now as I write, my hand shakes violently, acting as a physical representation for the emotions surging through me. My vision is getting sharper. The past seems so dull in comparison to what we've just seen, what we've just found. Coming across the dig sites, we found them. All of them. Dead. Bodies were scattered every which way, and with a resounding stench, The executor of the massacre emerged and announced in a language too dead for you to understand. Announced that it was all set in motion. Before Gray could get down there, the man killed himself. But there was something off, something sinister beyond just the mortal obviousness of death. There, at the far end of the dig site, sunken into the marble cliff, was an opening.
An opening? Why isn't there page 2? I want to know more. Okay, now I've got to explore the jungle, it seems. There's torches, so... Oh, hell. What the hell? I'm not wearing the nanosuit, and yet I'm running like I have maximum speed. This is awesome. I'm just going to follow the torches. They're quite hard to see in, bright daylight.
What was I looking for? Well, Gray, I was looking for a pyramid located deep in the jungle. This information is trivial to you, but it will do no harm to tell you. I believed it contained an artifact I needed to find very badly. A scholar friend of mine, according to a diary I so distinctly remember in my tent at the time, was convinced that a civilization in South America had deeper roots to modern civilization, even over the English and Chinese. It was said that, simply put, an ancient form of firearm existed thousands of years before the bow. I was looking for one of these in a pyramid tomb.
Wow, okay. So I've got to keep an eye out for a pyramid, and then find an artifact in the pyramid. There is a bridge over there. I can't unfortunately walk any further. Damn you, invisible barrier. You're ruining everything. Oh well, I'll just continue on. Keep following the torches. So yeah, I'm looking for a pyramid, and then I'm looking for an artifact. Some sort of projectile or firearm. He gets about, doesn't he? He really does. Well, there's the next one. Whoa. Oh, here we go. I think I may have found that pyramid. And what's that? Doesn't look like an Egyptian pyramid. It looks a little more like a Aztec or Mayan. I guess that does make sense, though. I am in South America. There's smoke coming off the top of it. Something's burning up there. Or is that a massive chimney? Probably not. Someone getting sacrificed? Bodies burning? I don't know. Let's get over there. It looks like a pretty steep...
Unfortunately,
No!
I do not believe I found it.
No, don't fade out
Or
now!
at least I can't remember.
No!
My memory fades once I reached the summit overlooking the huge pyramid. If I had found such a device, I think that I would remember, don't you?
Probably.
What do you mean my perception is off? Looking at it the wrong way? What do you fancy I'm missing, Gray? Hold that thought. Despite my being fully unaware of my identity, I am convinced of my childhood, my memories and my morals being intact. I have a few theories, Gray, about my name, but I suspect before our night is over, I will remember with clear vindication.
I hope you do, I really do. I would like a concrete answer at this point. Who are you? Am I back? Right, I'm back outside this house. Fair enough. What was I going to do? I was going to go around it, wasn't I? Oh, invisible barrier again! There's another house back there, but I can't get to it. I suppose I can't go around this way either, can I? Nah, of course I can't. So it's back down to the crossroads. One of those barriers, or well, maybe both. The barriers have gone. I think both of them have gone. Yeah. What the hell? Right, I was going to go straight on to this one. What have we got here then? Oh, okay. Nobody's going to read it this time, so I'm going to step up. I'm going to give it a go. And you know what? I'm going to give it a go in one breath. Today was the day I was indoctrinated into the Newport hierarchy through the brilliance and cunning of our leader, Edgar Gray, 10 years ago. I still remember the mist building in my eyes as he raised his hand and placed it on my forehead, blessing me with the rights of a true military leader. The look in his eyes were of trust, honour, loyalty and sincerity. Of course, I, Obed Cunningham, would make the optimal Marshal of Newport. And here I write 10 years later, that same mist returning into my vision. Now I sit alone in the ruination of the once perfect Newport hierarchy, now defunct, alone as the only true upstanding leader of the old ways who remains. Edgar and Alan had long since left the colony itself, choosing to govern through hands-on methods of politics. Couldn't do it. Anyway, back to normality. They have lost touch of their old ways, of the ancient methods of contact we have perfected. These 3 houses in the far end of the Runeberg Forest should have stayed as the crown of Newport, but now it is a rotting testimony to better times long past. I shall confront Edgar Gray soon enough. That damned conniving bastard betrayed us all. Haddad, the lord of us all, has never ceased contact with me, and he knows. He knows what Gray is planning. On the fall of August, I was told Newport would fall. Not if I can help not if Marshal Obed stood against the tyranny, working in the background, like a serpent's poison. Right, so that pretty much confirms it, that the 3 members of the hierarchy lived here. Well, in a house each. So I guess if I turn around and go back to the crossroads and turn left, I'm going to find the next house, which is probably going to be Edgar Gray's. I don't think there's another book in here. So...
You may keep your opinions to yourself, Gray. Obed stood against you, and for what he believed in. You were a coward and had him killed. I know it to be true. How? I'll tell you later.
Fair enough. Right, one more house to go to. Oh.
Ah, yes. That was your house in the woods.
This is it.
Do you miss it? Your diary wasn't extraordinary. Your linguistics are basic, a trivial, almost peasant pencraft, matched by use of overly lavish paper. I think your false sense of entitlement and fame haunts you even now, Gray. Rest assured, no one is coming to rescue you. Not from me.
Oh, that was dark. I like it. Okay, so yeah, this is Edgar Gray's house. I like their little signatures at the bottom, or the little stamp mark that they've got. So there's these other towns, and they have no idea about this deal with Haddad. But they know of the creatures. Dorian I think Dorian, if I remember correctly, was the assistant to Dr. Mendez. And by the sounds of it, Edgar Gray is going to kill him in pretty horrific circumstances. Liquid acidic compounds and burning flesh. Wow. Just listen to this. All who oppose me will find their tombs within the darkest corners of the Atlantic. Wow. Okay. Now, if there's nothing more, I guess I will continue down the road. I will have a little bit of an explore, though. Pretty simple little houses, aren't they? But I guess they get the job done. So, we're going down here now. Really getting into the forest by the looks of it.
Ah, the greater forest. Within it stood a monolithic cathedral in ruins, proving that Christ is all but forgotten on this doomed island. I had intruded on a silence of decades by entering Grey, and uncovered secrets waiting to be unearthed. The dark, arcane secrets hidden within the rotted shelves answered many of my questions.
Okay, by the sounds of it, we're going to get some answers. In part 5.